IPv4 addressing and datagram format. In this video, we are going to discuss about IPv4 addressing and the header format of IPv4. IP address. IP address uniquely identifies a device location on the network, and it must be globally unique to the internetwork and must have a uniform format. An IP address holds two components, network ID and host ID. Network ID or address is used to recognize the device positioned on the same physical network which is bounded by the IP router. Devices located on the same physical network must have the same network address and it must be unique to the internetwork. Host ID must be unique to the network address. Host address recognizes a router, workstation or other host located on a network. In this figure, you can see the IP is divided into two, one part showing the host ID and another part showing the network ID. IPv4 addressing. IPv4 addresses are 32 bits in length and is divided into 4 octets. Each octet has a binary value from 00000000 to 11111111 or a decimal value from 0 to 255. IPv4 address is generally represented in dotted decimal notation, which makes it human readable. Hexadecimal notation can also be used to represent IPv4. In this example, you can see an IP address 192.168.100.1 which is represented in decimal format and its equivalent binary representation is also given. Now let's see the IPv4 header format. You can see in the IPv4 header there are so many fields such as version, IHL, type of service, total length, identification, etc. Let's see each field in detail. A datagram is a variable length packet consisting of two parts, header and data. Header is of 20 to 60 bytes in length and contains information essential to routing and delivery. Now the first field of the IP4 header, version. This field defines the version of the protocol, that is IPv4 or IPv6. If the machine is using some other version of IP, datagram is discarded. Next is IHL or internet header length. This 4-bit field defines the total length of the datagram header in 4 bytes. This field is needed because the length of the header is variable. Next is type of service field, and this specifies the class of datagrams that provide quality of service features. It could be of any of these 5 services given. Total length. This is a 1-bit field that defines the total length of the IPv4 datagram. It includes both the header and data. Identification field consists of an integer that identifies the current datagram. This field combines various datagram fragments together. Next is flag byte. It contains 3 different bits. The first bit is reserved. The second bit is DF or do not fragment bit. If its value is 1, the device cannot fragment the datagram. If it is 0, then the datagram can be fragmented. The third bit is MF or more fragment bit. If its value is 1, this datagram is not the last fragment. If its value is 0, that means this is the last fragment. Fragment offset. This field specifies the relative position of the datagram with respect to the whole datagram. Time to live or TTL. This is an important field. A datagram has a limited lifetime in its travel throughout an internet. This field holds a timestamp which is decremented by each visited router. The datagram would be discarded when the value becomes 0. Protocol. An IPv4 datagram can encapsulate data from several higher level protocols such as TCP, UDP, ICMP, IGMP, etc. This field defines the higher level protocol that uses the services of the IP version 4 layer. Header checksum is used to ensure the IP header integrity. Source address is a 32-bit field which defines the IP version 4 address of the source, and destination address is a 32-bit field which defines the IP version 4 address of the destination. Both these fields, source and destination address, must remain unchanged during the time the IP version 4 datagram travels from source host to the destination host. Options field is used for network testing and debugging. These are some of the options which an IP version 4 header can choose. And after all these fields comes the data field, which includes the original data to be transmitted in the datagram. So I think you got an idea about IP version 4 addressing and its header format. Thank you.